You're listening to Productivity Monsters in the Morning. We are the energy vault your real estate business needs to get you up and out and excited and productive for the day. We go over trending topics and things that really matter in the market of the moment. Here are your hosts, Tiffany Hampton and Brooke Silva.
You know,
Silva, what's going on, my friend?
we are opposites today. When you jumped on the call earlier and you were up here and I am down here, it's amazing. You are.
Here's the deal. No coffee, no energy drinks, no exercising this morning. I had to deal with 12, 15, 16 inches of snow. I don't know what's going on with me, but I feel really good.
I think you are losing your mind. I think this is the part of like Snowmageddon where people go bonkers. So be careful. Let's check the drafts and where the gas pipes are and make sure everything is vented properly. Yeah. But I gotta tell you, it was really funny, friends, to see Tiffany literally jump out of the screen. If she could have hugged me through the screen this morning, she would have. And if we know Tiffany, we know that's not a real thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have really hugged you, but you would have felt my energy. My energy would have hugged you. I would not have hugged you.
So good. It was so good because here I am. Hope is struggling with some weird dreams at night that are scaring her. So they're not nightmares necessarily. So she's waking up at like 2 and 3 in the morning and it's scaring me to death. So like it's taking me like an hour or two to get back to sleep every time she wakes up. So I'm a little draggy this morning. I'm a little drag buns.
Sorry, I got you. I got the energy today.
That's okay. I will wake up. I've got food in me. I've had breakfast. I've got my coffee. But what a flip-flop of the personalities on each person where I was like, what is wrong with you?
It's okay.
Why are you so happy today?
It's the messy bun. I do this thing where I go through stages in my life where I just messy bun my hair. And I am more creative, more energized when I don't. Like legit, I don't know. It's something.
It's so funny. Whereas if you catch me in a messy bun, there is something wrong because I do not love my hair up at all.
What did I tell you? I think better in flip-flops and I get more done in a messy bun. And I know that's crazy train, and yet that's how I live.
But it doesn't look messy, and that's what's funny. And what a perfect day for our affirmation today, because we're asking for grace in a different way. And today is Kindness Day. Today is National Give a Compliment and Kindness Day. And the day was actually brought forward by someone in New Hampshire. This was created because of someone in New England today, National Compliment Day. So Tiffany, thank you for your energy this morning and helping me get all hyped up because I needed that punch of energy, literal punch through the screen when I got here today. Thank you.
You know what today also is? National Belly Laugh Day. Like literally belly laugh.
Like, I'm not good at that at all. I am sure there is something that is going to set me over the edge today with how tired I am, and then I will not be able to get myself back from laughter.
Are we talking about snortival?
Oh, we were talking like hissing usually, grab the sides, fall off the side of the chair. Good thing I have I have arms on my chair to make sure I stay in, but it's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a good day.
Power. We lost power for a little bit last night.
Ew.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm concerned about tomorrow and Thursday's storm. Because
we have heavy
wet snow.
I'm looking at the wires. So the town's actually here cleaning wire. I don't know. They're like somebody's out there. I don't know how they do it, but they're so heavy. They're like sagged like this. And I'm like, ooh, those are some scary wires today. Those are the wires where you're walking out to like get the mail or do something and snow plops on your head. It's never fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy.
All right. What's our affirmation?
So our affirmation is I deserve to treat myself with the same kindness I give to others. Well, and this came from, I was reading this blog, and I know blogs, how passe, ew. There was like these 10 things to think about. And one of them was you will only ever live the life you create for yourself. I was like, bang, yes, that's it. Sorry.
Okay, friends, we're going to go put Tiffany to bed because obviously she's sleep deprived.
But true, you will only ever live the life you create for yourself.
And we talk about the id, the ego, right? The angel and the devil on your shoulder, whatever you've got to label it. And sometimes it's really hard to have conversations with yourself when the conversations you're having are not always positive, when you're not always treating yourself with kindness, when things are not going great, when you're noticing that a bunch of small things are ruining your day, are setting you up for failure for the day, or derailing you faster, man, what a great time to turn around, do some kindness for yourself. I know for me, it's like doing my nails or a hair, like it's something for me to take care of my body.
Yep.
It's
I don't know what it is for me.
it's new flip-flops.
Truth.
It's new flip-flops. It's what it is.
I actually, this morning, I strongly thought about it. I was like, hey, I got these great flip-flop socks for Christmas. I wonder who did that for me. And I need a little flip-flop in my life.
And one of the other things is it doesn't, like last night I went to go read a business book. I read, like I set my Kindle up while I'm doing dishes or cleaning up or doing whatever. And I read and I was like, you know what? I'm going to read for fun tonight. I'm not reading anything to make me smarter right now or make me challenged. Like I just could not absorb another molecule of information last night. And so I took some kindness for myself. I did a little hot oil treatment while I was doing dishes in my hair. Feels fabulous today. Set up a silly book. I am too embarrassed to even tell the world what I'm reading. And then, Hope was in bed and I just did my thing. When the power came back on, I watched the dishes and I was like, oh, I am feeling very refreshed right now.
That's awesome.
Very refreshed. So you got to have those hard conversations. We all know I have many voices in my head.
Yeah, I have a lot of voices in my head. I have a lot of voices in my head that like to tell me how screwed up I am. I don't know why.
It's our past. We've talked about this. We all have that. We call it the drunk monkey at KW, but we've all got the devil on our shoulder saying you can't do it, or you don't deserve to be able to do it, or you don't deserve the success if you do it.
Right.
And we've got to be louder than those voices.
100%.
Right. Mine is not an angel, just so you know. Mine's a drill sergeant on one side, like just telling me, go, go, go. Like when I do Couch to 5K or whatever, I always put the drill sergeant on as my person, and that's who I have in my head on my shoulders, right? It's not a little angel fluffing my hair and whispering beautiful things to me. It's get up, go, keep going, take action, forward, 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 march, march, march. That's the voice that rings the loudest in all this craziness, not something sweet.
Yeah, and I think, this is where the coach comes into play. And some of us can be a great coach for ourselves to a point, but many of us need to have a coach in our life, right? Because the coach is going to ask a great question. What's important about that? If you don't reach that goal, then what will happen? If you don't take this action, then what will happen to your goal, right? And how does that make you feel? What emotions are you feeling, right? Who in your life will support you to make it happen? So you have to have that hard conversation with yourself is what do you desire it to look like? Right. And then who will support you? Because it's not the voices in your head.
No. And if you're talking to all of them walking down the street or into an appointment, you look crazy.
Yeah. And it's truth, because I remember, and I told this story before, like I remember waking up and talking to myself in my out loud voice and laughing at myself in my out loud voice, because I literally, my internal voice said something that I could not believe came out of my head. And I was like, what? If I was walking down the street and I had that, oh my goodness, no, okay, not okay. Just not okay. Not okay. So have the hard conversation. At the end of the day, what do you desire to look like? What do you desire it to look like? And it's not about money.
No.
Success is not about money.
It's not. It's about attaining goals. It's about and not getting so caught up in the minutia that you forget to live life every single day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that to me, 28-year-old, 18-year-old, 15-year-old, soon to be 16-year-old, living life every day with them is huge.
Yep. Being able to be home and be present in my kid's life and my friend's life and my life.
Yep.
So my tech action for you guys is, this may seem silly, but it's probably going to be groundbreaking, because have you ever sat back and thought, when was the last time I did something for myself? Like a true thing, like a thing, took yourself out to eat or took care of yourself, like we just talked about. And sometimes it's hard to remember those things because it may be something quick and it may be something small, but it's significant that you're taking care of yourself. So no matter what CRM you use or in your start taking notes on yourself. Like, it's not crazy. I promise you. All of a sudden, when you start looking back at the activities and you're like, oh, I went out to breakfast with myself, or I went out to breakfast with a friend and didn't talk business, or I did this, or I did that, or I deep conditioned my hair like we talked about, or watched something that was non-business related and I just took care of myself. You're going to see a pattern of whether or not you are taking care of yourself. And it's a small thing, but take notes, mark your activities, and take care of yourself.
Yeah, because it's really not that much different than what we do with our databases anyway, with our CRMs anyway, because when we call somebody and we have a great conversation with them, we document it. Yep. So that the next time we call, we can continue the conversation, because we don't remember everything. And right. When you talked about doing your nails, immediately I could not think of what I do for myself. But when my kids were younger, I would take myself to the movies. I'd buy one ticket,
Evan,
right?
You
have to buy my bag of popcorn, my box of candy, my soda, and I would go watch a movie.
That sounds. My husband loves to take him out to dinner.
Yeah, you do what you got to do. You got to do what. So I think that it's huge. You will only ever live the life you create for yourself. So what life are you currently creating for yourself? What changes should you be making? And document the journey, because it's your book of life.
It's your book of life. It's your legacy.
It is. Yep.
All right. Well, go get some energy, because you're really lacking in energy today, Tiffany.
Yes, I hear you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate
a little Brooke in me.
Yes, I know. I'm rubbing off on you. It's so wonderful.
All right, my friend. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Adios.
Bye.